Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back, y'all. You can call me Elle, and this is my perspective. Okay, so today I want to talk to my solo female travelers. This is going to be some safety tips for you. The first thing that I want to talk about is the Spanish language. Now, the example that I'm going to talk about is going to be someone who lives in the United States who is considering moving to Mexico, right? And the thing is, I get this a lot. How much Spanish do I need to know? How much Spanish did you need to know? How much Spanish did you have when you got there? All the things. So, something that I clearly did not convey enough when I did my prior videos was that I am someone who is hard on myself. Like I set really high standards for myself. And so learning Spanish was no different. So I know I used to tell y'all all the time I knew this much Spanish, all the things when I first got to Mexico back in 2022. Right. And so that was the thing. And it was just like, yeah, no, I did not know any Spanish. And then my mother was in Mexico in 2023 and she's like, yo, she knows Spanish, right? She's having conversations, she's understanding what people are saying and all the things. I still felt like I did not know Spanish. Like I felt like I knew a little bit more, but like I didn't know Spanish. So this is going to be how I tell you how much Spanish you need to know for people who are just like, for real, like how much Spanish do I need to know? I will say, excuse me, yeah, I will say the amount of Spanish that you need to know is going to be almost equivalent to the amount of English that you need to know. Now, I'm about to give you some examples. Hold on. Don't worry. Don't worry, it's water. Um, So in the United States, some of the basic things that you should be able to say and hopefully say are, hey, how are you doing? Or hi, hello, how are you doing? Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good night, see you later. Do you know where blank is? Like, what is the blank? Do you know where the apples are? Do you know where apples are? Do you know where drinks are? I would like to order. May I have, or I have a reservation. I have my suitcase. I need a suitcase. I went to the store and I needed a suitcase. Um, um, let's see. Uh, what is the phone number for? What are the directions for? Where is, if you need directions, where is blah, blah? Again, what's the phone number? What time is blah, blah? The other thing is someone can come up to you. Keep this in mind. People come up to you and they'll be like, it's hot. Are you hot? Because like where I was in Merida and it was hot and people would just come in and just see me and they'd be like, it's hot. Are you hot? It's just, and so those types of conversations, I need help. Someone is following me. I want to get out here. I need to go back home. Like all the things, have those conversations, but be confident in yourself so that when you need to say those things, you're confident to say those things. That was my thing. My thing was confidence. The other thing is when you look at couples, you're probably looking at, hopefully, you're looking at videos and perspectives of couples and families that are also in Mexico. I want you to understand, excuse me, when you have couples, when you have families, it's more than one person in that group. In the situation of couples and families, someone's going to take to learning the language faster, better, more passionate about it. Like all the things they want to be in all the places and spaces so that they can grow their vocabulary. Some may not even do it on purpose. Like they're just more inquisitive, like they're just more curious. And it's just like they're reading all the signs and all the words in Spanish and they're doing all the things. They're taking in so much. Have you ever gone to the store in the United States and you're minding your business and there's this little kid and this little kid is gonna be like, hi, and this little kid is just so, but they're the ones that's just like, oh yeah, I'm not just gonna sit here in my bubble. I'm going to interact with somebody. Like that's the thing. Like they're learning to say hi. They got that high down, right? Like the little kids, they be getting high down because they know it's going to most of the times get a response from you. And you're like, hi, how are you? Or hi, aren't you cute? Whatever the case is, people say. But, those types of things, be able to do that and be confident with it. So to have the confidence, to build the confidence, I would say is to do the immersion. Get your things, settle in. Once you settle in and you know your neighborhood, like, what do you like to do? If you are into yoga, start finding some yoga groups. If you are into like cooking and you love the cuisine where you are, like go see if there's people that help you learn how to cook the foods the way that they cook. You're going to start learning food names, ingredient names, directions, because they're going to be like stir or all the things. You're going to start saying the words and you're going to be like, okay, but because it's something that you're passionate in, you're going to retain those words. Like where every time you stir, you're going to be saying stir. Every time you, I don't know, use a jalapeno or a habanero, you're going to be saying those things. Like you're just going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, because this is what I learned in our little group or whatever the case is. You're also going to have people that you're going to check in with, and they're going to check in with you. It's so much like it's going to have where you are starting to build your own sense of community and you're not going to feel so isolated or like an outsider in it. And every time you mingle or chat with somebody, you can do it in Spanish. And then you also are going to have more resources at your disposal. So if you need help with something, you have someone that you can reach out to. If you are thinking about going somewhere, you can ask somebody, hey, have you been there? Would you like to go with me? All these things, you have all these things. So yeah, definitely look at going out and reaching out to other people. Um, the other small thing that I even did was going to mom and pop shops. Man, I kid you not, them mom and pop shops, because for me, I love shopping, I love food. And with me going into mom and pop shops, it's less people for one. Um, for two, it's going to be the same faces over and over. It's a mom and pop shop. If it's not the mama, it's probably the daughter, it's probably the husband, their sons, brothers. Like it's a mom and pop shop. They know you. Like they know you. They ain't even got to know your name, but they know you. Okay. And so have the conversations. But then for me, it moved forward. It was a progression. So for me, the first visit, maybe the first visit, the first two visits, because they did change out on me. No matter where I went, it would change out. Like it wouldn't be the same person I saw the last time. But I would say, this is what I want. I would order my food. May I have? And so then they would do the order, and you have to learn the process, right? Um, in the United States, I am used to saying what my order is and paying. In Mexico, my thing was I would say what I wanted, what my order was. You do not pay until you have the food in hand, and so that is when you pay. And so you just learn that process and everything. And so that's going to give you, in my instance anyway, that's going to give you at least two times where you get to interact with somebody and you can just have things to say. And so the first time I would just go in and I would say what my order is, and then I would say, you know, I would give them the amount, but I will also ask, do you have change for? And if they didn't have change for, or if I wasn't sure, I would give a smaller bill, right? Now, there was one store. I didn't care if she had change or not. I loved that lady, but I didn't care if she had change because I would just be like, do you have change for? And I would give like the biggest bill that I could think of. This it's not rude. It is not rude at all. And she would look and she would be like, I think I have change. You know what? Don't worry about it. Let me just buy some more things, right? And so I would just buy more stuff because I loved her shop. And so I would just buy more. I'm like, in some instances, if I really loved what I was going for, if they didn't have change, I would just buy more stuff. In other instances, I would switch out the bill. So, it just gives you where you can have that, have more of a conversation, and just things like that. But in general, y'all, if you are going and something that you're having is maybe 300 pesos, if what you know is going to cost about 300 pesos, try not to give them anything over 400 pesos. Don't walk up to them. Definitely don't walk around trying to get somebody 500 pesos if your stuff only came to 300 pesos, right? Because sometimes even the 200 pesos, that difference is still a lot. So be mindful of that. I don't know, this is not a tip for women, this is just something in general. But yeah, just be mindful, and then start evolving with the conversations. Do you have change? What do you recommend? How are you today? All the things you could just start. And again, they know you. I guarantee you, with the accent that you were coming at them with, they know that you ain't from around there. Like all the things. So just kind of get it on out the way, and just start having a conversation. There was one shop owner. We had a conversation for a good hour minimum, right? But I didn't care because it was hot outside, and I appreciated the shade that their little stand was offering. So just get out, and anytime that you can interact with someone, just go ahead and do that. And then you'll find that my thing is, once I started relaxing, again, my thing was relaxing. Like I knew the words, I could understand, but relax. And so once you relaxed a little bit more, then I was able to tune in because I wasn't trying to have the conversations that I have in my head on a regular basis. And then going out and about, and all these people are talking, and then I have to figure out, okay, when I'm going into the store, what am I going to say? Like that was me. And so I would tune out. I would tune out 90% of stuff, right? And so once I started feeling more comfortable and um, not tuning people out, I would notice, yeah, people would be talking to me. Like, hey, just random people talking to me. Those were the same people I would tune out, but they were actively talking to me, but I would have tuned them out. And so, just be easy. Like when you are by yourself, you need to be able to ask for all the things by yourself. Don't look at couples, don't look at people who come in families because they, even if you see them by themselves, when they're in the family, there's probably somebody else who's taking the lead. When it's a couple, there's probably somebody else who's able to take the lead. But when you are by yourself, you ain't switching out that role. Like that role is always on you. And I need you to take it and take it with confidence and just be like, this is it. Like, it's just me. I'm gonna have to learn these things. And then my thing is, anytime I was at home, I'm definitely pulling in more Spanish language learning. I do where I listen, I do where I need to see, and I also do where I need to write. Um, like I said, I've done where I've gone to some shops and, excuse me, they may have written stuff down. I need to know what the heck it's saying. And because I can read Spanish and because I can write Spanish, it wasn't a deal, right? The only issue is some of them people, they penmanship. Excuse me, my throat. It doesn't hurt, it's just dry. Um, the other thing, Spanish, getting out, learning the language. So um, don't be so quick to be by yourself, right? We need to get out. So if you like yoga, if you like cooking, if you like things like that, find groups that offer those things. That is going to start getting you out. That's more immersion, but it's immersion in the areas that you like. It is you being around more people that you can check on, more people that can check on you. It is more resources. When you get that information, you start hanging out. You can just send a text message and just be like, hey, how are you? Hey, I'm trying to figure out, like, is this a good place to go to? Maybe I need a yoga mat, or maybe I'm just trying to find such and such a kind of store, or maybe I just need a good doctor or a good eye doctor or a good dentist. You can ask that question to the person that you met in your yoga class, the person that you met in your cooking class. If you go to cooking class and you did not know that a plátano was a banana, a plantain was a plantain. Like if you didn't know those different things, a plato is a plate. Like if you don't know those things, when you go to that class, you start learning those words. And then when you are in your own home, you can have these things and you can just keep repeating plato, vaso, taza. You can just start repeating all these things. Then you have this knowledge, and it's just like, man, that was kind of easy. Like I told y'all way back when, like I'm into food, I'm into restaurants. So I would go look at menus when I was in the United States. I would look up menus, and that would be how I would like gain more words. Like I knew beverages, I knew um like pops were frescos. Like I knew all of those things before I even got to Mexico back in 2022. So just use that as a thing. Um, the other thing is this, I did give this safety tip. I'm going to give this safety tip again. I was in a group, and in that group, they had mentioned that there was a ride share. It was not Uber that I could tell. It was a different ride share. And in that ride share, they had mentioned how the men may see women passengers and would start asking questions. Hey, are you single? Are you here by yourself? How long are you here? Like all those things. Go in with a fake everything, right? I've always had people tell me that I'm super nice. I'm always super nice and things like that. And I am nice. I am super nice. But when I need to be aggressive, I can be aggressive. My aggression can come in different ways. But to avoid all of that and to avoid having to be aggressive, one of the things that I learned partway into Mexico was to have a fake everything, right? Yeah, I'm here with my family and I'm going to go visit mi hermano. I'm going to go visit my brother and all the things where I'm meeting up with my brother and those types of things. And then it's just like, well, she's not here by herself because at the end of the day, when you get into a ride share, a lot of times you're either being picked up from your home or you're being dropped off at your home. And so that person, when you get into the car, they probably have your location, right? But if you have some whatever, and it's just like, no, I'm going to, my sister's house, I'm going to my boyfriend's house, I'm going to a friend's house, all the things like have something. Don't tell your thing, tell something because you are talking to a legit stranger. And unless you are able to, which I have really been growing in this skill, like the latter part of 2024, I've been growing in the area of picking up energy. Like you can leave, I kid you not, like you can leave a comment in my comment section. I got your energy, right? I don't care what the words say. I picked up on your energy. I can tell if you are lying. I can tell if you are a Shady McGrady up to no good, like all the things. And it is so fun. Like I can see that for that. I can see it for text messages. I can see it for everything across the sun, like across the board. It's really nice. I'm always, if y'all know me, I'm always growing in my abilities and like, I really do like that because I'm like, you thought you were gonna get me, like those types of things. Or, you say you're fine, but I see that you are this, this, and this. And so I like that. So if you have any abilities, definitely take the time to use your abilities. But being in another country, it can kind of like, you can already be tense and not able to tap into it. So just be easy. Like whatever you need to do, be easy. This is to my females. You need to just be easy, like just relax a little bit. Don't be on 10. People can sense when you're on 10. People can sense when you're stressed and things like that. Also, when you have to be aggressive, be aggressive. Like know your language and be aggressive. Even if all you say is, I have to go, then say I have to go and leave, right? Because I was in a couple of situations where, it was just somebody, I believe that person was lonely and, you want to go, but that person just wants to keep talking, almost like some old people, when it's just like, yo, you just keep talking forever and ever. I need to go. So don't be afraid to say I have to go and then just to walk. Like I did say I have to go. And yes, you can internalize that that's mean, that's rude, but so is it when they keep trying to take up your time, right? It's you got things to do, places to go, people to see. So that is that. Um, I feel like there was something else I wanted to tell you about staying safe. Um, I cannot remember what it was, but I do know that I wanted to tell you to do the immersion, do the mom and pop shops, learn the language, and then once you learn the language, and you feel comfortable enough to get to Mexico and things like that, continue to learn the language. Like there are so many resources where you can continue to learn the language, even if you're just doing the immersion. But just continue to learn the language. Yeah, that's what I'll say. And it is a safety thing. Now let's switch over. For those of you who are still watching this video, I do have an announcement that I would like to make. And the announcement is I am not sure how I'm going to proceed with my videos. I know that there are a lot of people who come to get information about where I'm moving to, the countries I'm moving to, and all those things. I'm not sure how to proceed. There is a specific person who I know is basically not taking no for an answer. Never seen this person a day in my life, but this person is being highly aggressive with trying to make their presence in my life. Where are you? I want to see you. All those types of things. And so, for those reasons, I am not going to be giving my location. It is time for me to be about done in my present location and move. And so y'all know that I like to, I have countries that I want to visit. I have where I'm looking for another country to potentially move to. And so I was going to be putting that information out here, but for my own safety and common sense, like I'm not going to be listing my locations anymore. And so I had thought that, if I went somewhere, then I can do an update after the fact. But just know that some of the places that I'm going to be there for months. Like that, I don't have anywhere not not coming soon that I'm just going to be there for a few weeks, right? And so the places are going to be for months that I'm going to be there. And then, if I did content, like what's the content betwixt and between, right? And so I'm like, I'm not sure how I'm going to proceed with videos on this channel because, yeah, I'm not going to be giving my location. And if you don't give a location, this is another thought that I had. If I don't give a location, like if I try to do a breakdown of this is what I'm spending, like this is my cost that I'm spending on a monthly basis, and y'all know I have the receipts and everything, I can't even do that because I can't tell you where I'm at. I wouldn't even tell you, like, even if I was like, I'm on the coast of Portugal, like I'm coast of Portugal. I'm on the coast, I'm on the European coast. I'm on the European coastal, like, what is that? What is that? Because yeah, I can be vague, but if I'm vague, then y'all are gonna be like, what the hell she talking about? Where's she at? I don't even know what's going on. Like, so I'm not sure how I'm going to move going forward with my videos or how that's going to look. I can do completely different type of content. Like I have no idea, y'all. If I come up with something later, again, I'm not sure. I am not sure, but I do understand that there are people who, they think they want something or someone, but I don't realize. I'm not sure if they realize how disrespectful it is. Like if someone is not giving you time of day, but you still keep asserting yourself. I'm not sure if they realize that that's like 1,000% disrespectful and 1,000% like that level. I'm not trying to deal with you anyway. Like, I, do they realize that that's how females are? Like, if we say no, or if we are not giving you any kind of attention and you still keep trying to be um, inserting yourself into situations, conversations, comment sections, whatever it is that you want to say. That's it just makes you look like, wait, what's going on? So I'm not sure how I'm going to proceed with my content, with anything like that. Because like I said, it is time for me to leave this current background that y'all have been seeing. It's time for me to leave this background, and I'm not going to give updates on where I'm going, where I'm doing like nothing. I was thinking I could put up a fake background and, excuse me, put up a fake background and maybe just do a voiceover, but that sounds like it would be boring. I'm not sure. But even so, like I can't tell you about any country. Because if I tell you about a country, then you know where I'm at. And if you know where I'm at, what's the purpose of me trying to, you're like, yeah, I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure. Um, I have had this situation happen before, but I wasn't on a public platform, right? In my personal life, oh man, I got you. I got you. You know, FAFO, I got you. But when it's a public platform and people are coming for the content of where is she, what's the cost of living, what's her experience, now that robs my subscribers of that experience. And so the only thing I can think of is if I do it really delayed. But again, that would be like so far and few in between. Um, that's yeah, that's not cool for my subscribers. So again, let me know in the comment section. I'm either going to do different type of content completely, and then when I leave a country or something, then I can put that in. If I am, it could be extra work, but I could give information about different countries and just let that be. And it's not necessarily different countries that I'm looking at, but sprinkle in some countries that I'm looking at, but not tell y'all that the countries that I'm looking at. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to move forward. So that's also been a thing where I've been like this gap with my videos, but I do still see comments. Excuse me. I do still see comments popping up. Sorry. I do still see comments popping up and trying to deal with that. So that's the other thing. When you are out and about in different places, be mindful of who you talk to. Like I said, in the times where I was stressed or dealing with big things, like I will literally cut off my sense of don't do this, yeah, this is shady, don't interact with this person, don't respond to this person in the comment section, like things like that. Like it wouldn't kick in. It would just be more like, oh, somebody put a comment in the comment section, let me be nice, because that's generally my resting space is nice. And so yeah, that can put you in situations, but it's the same thing when you are in person in Mexico, in any place in the United States. You can come across people where you're just trying to be nice, but that's not how they take it. They take it as maybe it's time for me to start taking possession and making you mine in whatever way that I can. So again, at the end of the day, just stay safe, especially as females. Um, what I do know is that, when you are comfortable with the language, then you can maneuver a bit better because you're not worrying about how do I say this or how do I do this. You are just like, nah, this is what I'm about to do. So yeah, just be safe. Be safe. And then you can also interact with other people. I'm not saying that you have to do things with other people all the time, but I am saying the more that you can build your safety responses and be on a lookout for yourself, the better, right? So again, with me, I can easily see now in comment sections, not just my own comment sections. Like if I'm looking at a video and I see comments, like I can pick up that energy now, and it's just like, yeah, this person's up to no good. Oh, this is funny. This person meant it sincerely. They said it in a weird way, but they were sincere about this. Or this person says they're fine. They're really not fine. This person is this, and this. This person makes it like, oh, I just want to reach out to you and say, hey, nah, this person is trying to, again, take possession. Like this person is aggressive with this person is, a wolf in sheep clothing, like in no clothes. Like I see you. And so just be careful, be mindful when you do want to post content. Again, be mindful about sharing your location. You can share your location, but once people start finding things like when you are on a public platform, I will say it like this: when you're on a public platform, people see you, but you don't see them. So if they start wanting to act crazy, you don't know who it is. Like who are you? Like I don't even know who I'm looking for right now. I just know that somebody's on these Merida streets looking for me, and they could walk right on up to me, and I wouldn't know that it's them. So it's a whole different level of thing of whatever. So yeah, that's why I'm not going to be putting my content. Um, and things like that. Partnerships are great, but yeah, just be safe moving forward. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything like that, y'all put it in the comment section. Until then, I'll chat with y'all later. Have a happy Friday. I'm not sure what again, if you have ideas, that's the other thing. If you have ideas for the types of content that you want to see betwixt and between, and again, it probably will not have my background because my background may give away location. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the interface. It may just be like some scenery through the different places that I've been. I have been taking pictures of scenery, so I could do something like that. But again, I'm not sure. Let me know in the comment section. And until then, y'all, I will chat with y'all later. Y'all have a great one. Bye, y'all. Oh, and Happy New Year because I haven't done a video for 2025. So Happy New Year to you guys. And I'll chat with y'all later. Bye, y'all.